Weather Words is a production of The Reporter, Delaware County's leading news source.
Good day to everyone. It's been a rather strange July. We'll talk about that in just a minute. You know, when I finished talking to you on Thursday, we got to a very humid 84 degrees. And then on Friday morning, it was 61. They were talking about, oh, good, we're going to get rain and all of this. You know what? They've been saying that for almost the entire summer, and it hasn't happened. They seem to get to our valley and go this way and that way, and we get nothing. We got 8/100ths of an inch. Brett said to me, well, it's better than nothing. I said, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, nothing is nothing. But I don't need to tell you it was a dry month. But the temperatures are quite different. You know, we got 84 on Thursday. We got 83 on Friday. And then the weekend was 76 and 76. But it never quite felt like that because the humidity never went away. You woke up to 2 foggy mornings, and that's actually good for the plants because it wets the leaves and everything else, and some of the plants take some moisture in through their leaves, so they're not quite dead yet. But it's just been very strange. Plus, you had a very cold Saturday night. If you got up early on Sunday morning, it was 51. You know what? I did put on a sweatshirt at the end of July. Something's wrong there somewhere. But over the past 4 days, we got 1/100th, 1 trace, and 0.08. So we didn't even make 1/10 of an inch. Okay, but that ended July. So I sat down and I tallied it all up. We got 3.02 inches of rain. Normal's 4.68. So we're down by more than an inch and a half. It's actually 1.56 inches down. And I didn't need to tell that to anybody because you walk outside and you look, some places are dust. The wind blows when we get it and you have a dust cloud. I mean, it's really way below normal. But believe it or not, when I did the temperature average, we're below by 0.5 degree for the entire month. Now, let me make a correction to something that was in the Reporter a couple weeks ago where they said the average daily temperature in July was 77. I complained to Lillian that day and says, this is really wrong. We've never got to 77 as an average for a day, or you'd have to have nighttime temperatures in the 70s and daytime temperatures almost hitting 100 because you average the two of them together. I said, that's the average daytime high, not the average for the whole thing. So our average right now for July is 67 point, I forget whether it's 7 or 8. And we were at 66.9, 0.5 degree below. And we never hit 90. Where they were baking downstate and baking just about every place else, we did get to 89 degrees on the 21st. And that's the warmest we've got. And we haven't hit 90 the entire summer so far. The average for that, by the way, is 3 days of 90 is our average. You're liable to get the first one on Thursday. We'll wait and see what happens with that. Tonight, believe it or not, they put in a 20% chance of a shower. That probably means we'll have nothing. And tomorrow, a 30% chance of a scattered thunderstorm, which probably means nothing. The outlook, believe it or not, for the entire month of August is very warm and dry. So that's not so good either. And of course, all it takes is one tropical storm out there in the Atlantic to come up the coast and it can dump whatever it wants. You know, we'll take it. Unlike poor Kentucky and Illinois that are still underwater and all sorts of people have died. You know, there's the case where 2 states get everything all at once. Or you can now take Texas, where part of it hasn't seen any raindrop in 60 days now. You know what? You know, the whole country is rather messed up. And if you remember, I told you a week ago that all that stuff that was out west was going to get to us. And I said they haven't predicted it yet. I was right. It's coming. Tomorrow's probably going to be 84. Then it's going to be 87. Then it's going to be maybe 90 or 91. Then it's going to drop to 80. I mean, in other words, the rest of this week, there it is. And the following week also. The following week, however, they've put in more of chances of something happening precipitation-wise. We'll have to wait and see. So I tallied up the year. Believe it or not, we're still 2 inches over for the entire year from where we're supposed to be right now. And you're going to say, he's got to be lying. You know, but I went back and checked. We had a very wet February, March, and April. That's before all this stuff was growing. Did it saturate the ground? Sure it did, but nothing was taking it out. Then we had a very dry May, and we were over in June because we had a horrible downpour that dumped it all almost at once. And then this very dry July, right in the middle of the height of the growing season. So that's the problem with averages. You know what? The averages can turn out to look almost like they're supposed to, and you're going to say, I don't get it. You know, it's like a kid that fails one test. I mean, you know, he's one of your A students. He says to me, God, I'm going to get something in the 80s. I said, no, you're not. He goes, why? I said, because I'm not counting that stupid test. You know, everyone has a bad day. I'm assuming July was a bad month. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for August. We really need to get back to normal. But compared to the rest of the state, we're in great shape. 21 counties are under drought watch. We're not one of them. However, Third Brook is barely flowing now. I went to look at it. And the river's down and things are slowly drying up. So we need rain. The last time I said that, we had way too much. But I'm going to say it anyway. We need rain. So it's going to get hot, mostly dry. Your next chance of getting something wet will be probably Thursday night into Friday morning. They put that at 60%, so maybe we'll get something. But still not where we're supposed to be. So that's our forecast for now until the next time I talk to you, which will be Thursday. Have a good day.
To subscribe, advertise, or sponsor Weather Words, call 607-464-4009.